Zapatero, ¿qué opina usted del gobierno de Zapatero? Pues igual que yo. ¿Y qué opina usted? ¿Qué opina usted del gobierno de los ayuntamientos de la isla?
Could a goat headbutt its way through a wall? Well, it depends on the wall and how much that goat hates you. Let's start by acknowledging a simple truth. Goats have no fear. Fuzzy, horned, absolute agents of barnyard chaos. These animals will headbutt fences, trees, each other, your kneecaps, your car, and the void. And not because they're angry. No, because they're goats. It's who they are. Goats don't just headbutt casually. They do it with purpose. These little muscle missiles have a head built like a wrecking ball. Here's their hardware. Thick skull bones, like thick, reinforced to handle constant blunt force trauma. They have strong neck muscles, so they can deliver maximum bonk force. Horns made of keratin, the same stuff as fingernails. With horns attached to a 150-pound battering ram with hooves, goats can hit like a SWAT team breaching a door. And get this, they smack into each other at speeds up to 20 miles per hour. That's like slamming two bowling balls together at top speed, and then shrugging it off like, bruh, you good? Scientists studied this and found that their skulls absorb shock 10 times better than a football helmet. So yeah, goats are basically armored vehicles with bad attitudes. Alright, let's talk walls. We gotta be clear here, not all walls are created equal. Brick wall, not a chance. That goat's bouncing off like a tennis ball off an army tank. How about a wooden wall or a fence? No problem, especially if it's old, cracked, or held together by hope and rusty nails. These beasts bust boards, crush gates, and vanish from pens like they've got a secret tunnel to Narnia. How about drywall? Yeah, that's not a wall, that's a suggestion. And glass? Well, depends. If it's regular window glass, yeah, you're getting a new window, but if it's tempered or reinforced, the goat may get a rude surprise with an unexpected faceplant. So why are goats crazy like this? Science says dominance. I say they're just nuts and addicted to chaos. Researchers say they headbutt for several reasons, some being the guys just all want to be the alpha goat so they can get the ladies. Yep, ladies really dig the goat with the longest, strongest skull. Or maybe they're bored. And when goats get bored, they have a fit and destroy stuff like a spoiled toddler. It's also possible you just looked at them weird, so they freaked and started headbutting stuff. The sky's the limit. Maybe a goat headbutts a gate because it moved. Or didn't move. Goats just headbutt it anyway. Basically, if it exists, a goat has probably tried to headbutt it because goats are goofy like that. Real-life goat destruction stories exist. A quick online dive and you'll find videos, memes, and Reddit threads from farmers and zookeepers telling tales of goats. People even have footage of goats busting through walls like furry little Kool-Aid men. Goats have been known to break down gates with headbutts, and a goat in New Zealand even knocked a hole in a shed and escaped into a neighboring bar. Yep, a bar. There's a joke in there somewhere, something about a New Zealander, an Aussie, and a goat walk into a bar. 5 minutes later, the bar's on fire. The goat's behind the wheel of a ute, the Aussies wrestling a fire extinguisher, and the Kiwis blaming the whole thing on a sheep. Anyways, there are actual police reports of goats breaking into sheds, barns, even homes. One goat in Montana broke into a house 3 times, through the door. The police report literally said, quote, "He headbutted his way in, again," end quote. So yes, goats can and will bust through walls, if the wall is weak and the goat is mad, bored, or just being a goat. So to answer the original question, yes, a goat can headbutt through a wall. And if you needed a YouTube video to learn that, I sincerely hope your walls are insured. Because if a goat sets its sights on your wall, run! Not for safety, but to witness the carnage from a better angle. And make sure you have a camera because I want to see the video. Alright, that was fun. I want to thank you for being here. If you love scientific nonsense or ridiculous animal scenarios that somehow turn into weirdly educational content, then smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you want. See you next time.
Got him. You got him? Yeah. Yes!